Woo! Shape up. Let it go. Welcome to day 1020 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar world, the real world of business, to the online world. The good, the bad, the ugly, the ups, the downs, the craziness, the insanity, what I'm working on, what I'm not working on, what I'm procrastinating about, what's working, what's not working, and everything in between. Well, today, as you probably are aware, if you've listened to me at all, I do 5 videos every morning. First thing every morning, I hop on and I create content every single day. Been doing it for, well, 1,020 days now, which is really mind-boggling. I've done different segments and different pieces throughout that time period. But the one thing that's been consistent for me personally is this segment. It's kind of like if you were to keep a journal or a diary every day, this is my place to do that for several reasons. Number one, I'm legally blind, and so writing things down, journaling like I used to, has become pretty ridiculous over the last couple of years. The last couple of years, I've stopped driving and stopped doing a lot of things that I used to just take for granted. And I will tell you, there's nothing that makes you feel less free and more stagnant than when you give up your driver's license because you can't see to drive. It absolutely, positively sucks. And I hate to say that, but changes everything. So selfishly, as COVID and the lockdowns and all the nonsense associated with this has happened, I have felt less alone than the majority of the population that's been impacted by it, because I had to make those types of changes to my life and to my lifestyle a couple of years ago. And it was really, I know how people feel, because it was so hard. It was especially so hard being you felt like you're the only one going through it. I felt like I was the only one having to give up these things and change these things and look for the bright side and the upside of these situations. And so I'm not going to say it was super easy and that I was always upbeat and happy about it, because some days I just wanted to pop in my car and run to the store. I just wanted to pop in my car and go to my favorite place to walk or my favorite park. And not being able to do that with good conscience, and just not allowing myself to do it, was really, really hard. As hard as people having to work from home, having to hang out with their kids all day, etc. Lots of changes, lots of challenges. So part of why I did and do this particular segment is so I can document what I'm doing without having to write it down, and I can still capture. Now, let's be honest. Do I go back and listen to, and have I ever gone back and listened to my videos? Not yet, but the information's there. If I think I have this great idea and I want to try something, and I think, God, I think I did that in 2019 or 2018, I can go back and see how it worked out for me. Heaven forbid should I not remember. Usually I'll remember. But that's the purpose of this segment. So today we did Supersize Your Business, and it was about the idiom shape up or ship out, which I can find a lot of stories and a lot of things to talk about with the idiom shape up or ship out. Do what I say or you're out. Do what I tell you to do or you're out. Because back when I started in business, there were a lot of dictatorial leadership styles and a lot of people that believed still in that type of management style. I can't believe I'm that old, but I'm that old, where that was actually taught in business schools. Hey, it's my way or the highway. Either you do what the business says or you're out. And there's still a lot of businesses that operate that way. There's a lot of old boy and old, this is the way we've always done it mentality in industries that you wouldn't even imagine that it would be in. Look at social media right now. It's say what we say, agree with us, let us censor what you're saying, or you don't get to use our platform anymore. My mind is boggled by that kind of thinking and behavior, and that people are tolerating it. Yet I find myself towing the line, watching what I say on certain platforms, because I know that, for example, Facebook, I use Facebook every day to produce videos and to make live videos and content. And can I find another way of doing that? Absolutely, positively. Do I want to? No, it's easy and convenient, and it's what I've been doing. And with my vision challenges, it's easier for me than switching to another platform, switching to another format or another framework. Doesn't mean that won't become necessary down the road, because I choose not to be censored. I think that we live in America because it's a free country, and it's our First Amendment right to be able to say and express our opinions about how we feel about different things. Doesn't mean we have to change anybody's mind or they have to agree with us, but we have the right to express our opinions. And right now in the United States, there's a huge shut down, and I think they're calling it the cancel culture, where you either agree with what I say or you shut up, or we're going to shut you up. And that is a very, very scary line to cross. And it's being crossed with fear and fear mongering and the media. And it is ridiculous and unacceptable. So on this Friday the 13th, I'm just going to stand up and say, F off media, because you need to be held accountable. You are as polarizing and responsible in a treasonous way for negatively impacting this country as any other entity or politicians or whatever else is going on here. Anyway, that is not even what we're here to talk about today. So shape up or ship out was the idiom today. Really fun one, because I have so many examples of my life where I have been told either shape up or ship out. Do what we say or you're out of here. Some instances, I decided to get out of there. Other instances, I didn't even know I needed to shape up and I was just out of there. So things happen in our lives that we want to figure out meanings and explanations for. And sometimes there just isn't one. So often we try to understand why something happens or why someone else did something. And half the time they don't even understand why they did it. So how are we ever going to understand or comprehend why certain people behave in ways that they do? Today's No Nonsense November was all about letting go or letting it go or letting go strategies. And it's one of my favorite topics because I personally have had to practice it so often in my life. There's always challenges and situations and things that come up, events that happened, or you know, maybe it's a 30-second thing that happened in your life, but we take that 30 seconds and we as human beings blow it up and we use it as our excuse to be a victim for a long, long time. We might replay that same event in our life over decades. I just recently realized that I had a trauma when I was like 3 years old, and I took that event and I didn't know I was doing it, right? At a subconscious level, I took that event and I let that event color absolutely everything that happened in my life after that. Everything that happened and everything and every choice I made in my life after that traumatic event has been filtered through the meaning at 3 years old that I gave that traumatic event. Now, is that logical and rational for an adult, even an 18 to 20-year-old adult? No, absolutely not. But all this goes on at a subconscious level. It wasn't going on in my conscious mind. I hadn't even remembered that event until a few weeks ago. I was reminded of it by somebody that's a lot wiser than me. Anyway, just goes to show you that there's some things that we have to find ways to let go, but sometimes we don't even know what those things are until our subconscious will allow us to actually see them. We all have traumas, we all have dramas, we all have situations in the past that have hurt us, and we need to find ways to just let them go. So that was that was No Nonsense November today, which is, again, there's a lot of different ways, and I'm not an expert or a practitioner in letting things go or trauma. I just know the things that I've done over the decades that have worked for me, and those are the things that I share. Fun challenge today was about your not happy face, your not smiling face, and what does that look like compared to yesterday's smiling face? Fun challenge, I'm so glad I picked fun for 2020 because I don't think there's a better year that I could have selected to try to make more fun and to make sure I'm looking for at least one fun thing every day that happens. Because some days a lot of stuff goes down, but even on those days where a lot of negative stuff happens, there's always at least one amazing, beautiful, fun thing that happens. And that's where gratitude comes in. So those are the things I'm working on. Book, I'm supposed to have my book done today. Will the final get ready for the editor version be done today? No, but I will be. I've already got, I don't even know how many pages. I didn't look at how many pages, but I've been working on it. So I've got a lot of content already, and I want to pull from other resources and other things that I've done on the subject of challenges. It's a book about challenges, of course, because it's kind of my thing. I've totally lost track, and I should probably try to figure out a way to estimate how many challenges I've done. But I've done so many, led so many, done so many, participated in so many, been doing them for decades that I wanted to write a book on them. I wanted to write a book on how you can use them to make sure that you get what you want as stepping stones, not as blocks or obstacles. So that's it. That is what I've got today. It's Friday the 13th. So superstitious people, I think I'm actually going to go on a media and social media fast this weekend and turn it all off. I'll hop on to share my videos and the things that I do to share my content, but I think I'm just going to choose not to participate in anything else. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be hard because we have been so conditioned and so sucked in by every little notification, every little beep. I feel like Pavlov's dog sometimes when my phone beeps because I'll catch myself looking toward it and I just get upset with myself because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be programmed like a robot by things outside of myself. Certainly not by notifications on my cell phone. So I've started actually leaving my cell phone in a different room when I'm doing something that I want to actually pay attention to and get done. All right, have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I might not see it till Monday if I'm truly staying off social media, but I probably will. So go ahead and ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.